it's Crystal Marshall from Virginia Photos and Films. Today we're going to do a really quick, easy, off-camera flash for receptions. I know that when I first started with weddings several years ago, I didn't really know what I was doing with off-camera flash. I thought, oh, let me just play around, get a whole bunch of Yongnuo flashes with some transmitters, and I didn't know what different channels were, and then I ended up with like 10 different transmitters with all these different flashes, and I was just so bulky. And now I have a system that I use every single wedding that I swear by, that is so easy and so worth it. So let me show you what I use for my easy reception gear. Okay, so the first product I have is my Godox 8200, which is a 200 watt mini strobe, which is basically like having a speed light size but a strobe capability. So you were talking about something that could fire on a remote system. So here's an example of my remote, the Godox transmitter here. It's really cool because you could do multiple channels. You can do channel A, channel B, all these things. So if you wanted to do more complex things, you can. But for somebody like me who just wants to keep it really, really simple and really, really easy, what I figured out pretty quickly is when you are on the dance floor, you don't have a lot of time to do all these channels, do all these setups. So I do one of these on a light stand with one of these S rings. I know it looks like an O, so I actually call it the O ring, but it's actually called the S ring. And so you just put it on the top here. Then you stick this 8200 through the hole. Then you put a Godox umbrella. I think I got these for, $25 or so. So this is a really cool, really easy way, very compact way that I can put this in my suitcase. It just folds out, has a zipper, has a little diffuser panel. I throw that on top of the S ring or O ring, whatever you want to call it. And that is my really quick and easy off-camera flash system. Now, if I wanted to throw in some different effects, I can put my other 8200 on the side and do a kicker light, and it will fire at the same time. If I'm on channel A, it'll fire every time. If I wanted to do this on channel B and this on channel A, and then I could have some different effects. But honestly, I just like keeping everything channel A. Because it's on a remote system, no Uncle Bobs are going to fire it, which is what I've found out with some of the Yongnuo flashes or some of the on-camera flash systems that you have on your camera. It will fire if somebody else fires. I want to show you my really awesome $30 newer video light. I have 4 of these. Sometimes on the dance floor it's pitch dark, so I'll put 2 or 3 on a light stand. It'll light up the entire dance floor. It's a reusable battery pack. Boom. LED, I can just recharge it before every wedding, and this lasts for about 2-3 hours, which is about the extent of the reception that I get hired to do. So I have 2 or 3 on the dance floor with that. Combined with my flashes, I'm going to have no problem lighting up the dance floor. The video light is also really important because I'm also a videographer, and so having multiple video lights in multiple places for cake cutting and for dances, very, very important. Now, what if I'm walking around and doing table photos? Very, very important. So what I'll do is I usually have a double camera harness with Black Rapid. So I'll have this camera on my left, have like a wide angle, like a 24-70 or something of that focal length, with a Godox V860 2N, which is the rechargeable lithium external flash, and I just pop the card out. I can walk around tables and just say, hey, you guys get together, and that's a really good, like, hey, I want a photo with my uncle, I want a photo with my aunt, I want a photo with this. Just do a really quick snapshot of somebody. And then on my other camera, I'll have this, is what I already showed you, so that way I can quickly turn to the dance floor and get some of the dance shots or the bouquet toss or what have you. So hopefully that kind of answers any questions about what I use. I'm going to put links in the description for all of these different products that I use. I have tried so many different flashes. I've tried Yongnuo. I've tried newer flashes. Godox is by far my favorite for the price, for the usability is so easy, and they just work. Like, they just fire. And that was the best investment. I know that it's really hard to think of, like, oh, this is $300 and this is $70. It's kind of hard to think that way, but if you're in a situation with a wedding situation where you're going to need to have that photo focus on time, photo needs to be delivered, cake cutting is happening, first dance is happening, you need to get that shot, and it needs to be well lit. Half fired, or half your flashes go off, half of them don't. I've had to deal with this for so many years, trying to buy these different products, trying to review them, trying to see if they work, and this is by far my favorite system. And I'm serious. I flew with them to Texas last year, this entire system. It's really compact and really easy. If I don't have room in my suitcase for light stands, I actually use real tripods that fold up very, very small, and then I use a adapter head. I can just get a bunch of these off of Amazon, these adapter pieces that can fit onto different female and male units, so I can turn any tripod into a light stand. So I'll give a link in the description for that as well. So hey, this is Crystal Marshall. You can follow me at Virginia Photos and Films on Instagram and on Facebook, or you can check out my portfolio at virginiaphotosandfilms.com. I would love to answer any questions that you have, and catch you later.